Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here at Whoop Wars Denver 2022 at Full Send FPV. This live stream brought to you by Perspective Image. You can hear our fearless leader, Dave, aka Hornycorn, the clown, the pilot, the owner, and our race director here at Full Send FPVs, telling you some of the new rules that have changed since yesterday, such as the crash gate, which you have to get into to win your race. He's also mentioning the rerun rule. If we have a midair before the start-finish gate after the launching block, we will be rerunning that race one time. If it happens twice, we will not rerun it the second time. We're just getting ready to start our second double elimination bracket of the day, the advanced class pilots. So if you're just joining us, we just spent all day yesterday sorting these 64 pilots from around the country into 4 groups that will become double elimination brackets today. Just a moment ago, we finished the enthusiast class, and that was an exciting finish. If you were stuck with us for that, thank you for joining us. Now we're getting ready to roll right into the advanced class, where we'll see pilots such as Flightning. I believe we'll see Skittles in this round. We'll see Red Rum. A bunch of pilots you guys have known, hung out with online, great people, all going head-to-head here in this double elimination bracket you see on your screen. First heat, we're going to bring out Flightning, Freedom, Spinster, and JPFPV. Check it out. Then we got Maverick, Jimmy, J Rice, and Stinky Fingers on deck. Match 3 is going to be Silly Blind, Bumper, Slippy, and Red Rum. Finally, in match 4, we'll see Mr. E, Skittles, Fritz, and Interspool. After we do that preliminary round of the first 4 heats, we'll have our pilots divided into the consolation bracket and the winners bracket. Winners bracket will work their way to finals A on the right side of your screen. Consolation bracket will dip down to match 5 and 7 and eventually work their way through the consolation bracket, all the way to match 13, where you stand a chance of getting into the finals. So this is a double elimination bracket. We're just getting ready to start for the advanced class, our second of 2 brackets that we'll work our way through. Get ready for the finals of advanced. First 4 matches for advanced class are open for picks on Hydra. So ladies and gentlemen, you can join us and sort of play along with this drone race using the Hydra app available in the App Store. You can pick the finishing order of the pilots, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and bet with points, sort of imaginary points you find within the app. Last time I checked, it had Dio GTS really crushing the fan leaderboard. I believe we've got some prizes coming to the fan leaderboard later today as well. So join us on the Hydra app, and you can get a good view of the double elimination bracket as it unfolds, as well as play along with us. And yeah, let you pick the finishing order. Join us in the Hydra app. So I'm getting distracted. Joined by Liz, as you guys can see on the screen.
I just want to make a quick introduction of our friend right here, the Colorado Mr. E, who our friend from the UK, Mr. E, is always being confused with. Here he is.
Which one of you was first?
Ooh.
That's what I need to know.
You know,
Doesn't matter.
I don't think it really matters. Like, I love this mystery band. We get a little bit of everyone, together. We got a lot of similar names, but let's get a. Is it hot now? Could you hear me before?
Not really. Start over.
Okay. Well, I started off by saying, I don't think the first really matters.
One sec. I'm just going to double check my switch here. Okay, it's on.
Oh, it is on. Okay.
Cool.
And good luck to Mr. E. Hopefully, he can jump the pond here sometime. Come fly with us.
Mr. E versus Mr. E.
We'll have to grab a brew together and cheers to the Mr. E Club.
I want to be there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I want to be there.
It'll be great.
Good luck, everybody.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
Good luck. You're in this class, right?
I am.
Good luck.
So jump on Hydra. Quick shout out to our friend Justin, aka Redding FPV. You see him making that comment on the chat. He's also running Hydra for us from afar out of California. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that you're in Redding right now. I used to spend some time there. Nice little town in the mountains. Shout out to Justin. Thanks for all the help today with Hydra. And if you're not doing Hydra or you don't have Hydra, you still got time, because after today, this is the advanced class. We've also got after this the pro class, which may be my favorite. And of course the elite class, most people's favorite, because you get to see the greats. You get to see Orange Stuff, T-Dog, AK, Nightwing. Your top 4 pilots going to be going at it.
E-Doc says, have to stop referring to Mr. E as Mr. E and start calling him meal ready to eat.
Oh, MRE. That's a reference to, you know, MRE in the have you ever had an MRE?
Yes, I did. My dad was military growing up. We did get to try MREs.
Nice. Yeah, I remember they always come with that little bottle of Tabasco sauce. That's what I like about it. So, looks like we're going to prepare for these first 4 heats. Remember, in the first heats of each bracket, each pilot will have 1 battery. They'll be allowed to, 2 batteries walking up to the first heat. They'll do 1 battery that is just for 1 warm-up lap. They're not going to get a whole battery on the course to practice or warm up. Just 1 lap, and then they got to head into that start-finish gate. Kind of lets them get familiar with the crash gate. So, we'll see that in just a minute. Off the grid saying, good luck all. I got to keep my YouTube chat pulled up here. I made this special phone stand out of a balloon.
Right.
Stretch it around here. Nice. Go Mr. E Western.
Wow, look at that.
Nice. Have a look at our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to tell you all about them. These are the companies and organizations and friends that came together to make this event possible. And when you support these businesses, as far as I'm concerned, you're supporting the TinyWhoop community. Starting with the silver level sponsors, Emax, Tattu, Fractal Engineering, Mile High Audio Video, and Dr. Ride Industries. You want to shout out the Goldies?
Sure. We've got HappyModel, GemFan, and ViFly.
Diamond level sponsors are BetaFPV, NewBeeDrone, and TinyWhoop.
And our platinum level sponsors, WeBleedFPV and Orca. Thank you so very much.
What's up to the Cageleys in the chat? Skyla and Zach joining us to shout out Skittles here in the advanced class. He told me last night he wants it bad, and I said you should. You are a competitor. Come and take it. That's the plan. We're obviously, Skittles has fans all over the world because he's the godfather of the International Game of Web, currently in his 3rd season, and rumors abounding with regard to the 4th season. Got any hot leaks for us on season 4?
I can tell you that season 4 will not begin right away. We are actually working on a plan to make it so that season 4 and every season afterwards has a 25-week cap. So from the day 1 till the end of finals, 25 weeks.
Nice. Yeah, that seems like a way more manageable game, and I hope that that makes it easier on you guys, but also on the pilots who may not want to commit to a full year. You know, even when WeBleed announced the E-Series, I was like, oh my gosh, these pilots are committing weekends for 11 weeks?
Right?
Like, how do you, I mean, that's awesome. That just proves the level of enthusiasm that the WeBleed series is cultivating within the community. And, by the way, shout out to the WeBleed series, which will be culminating in...
WeBleed?
Yeah, there it is. In, I think, 2 weeks. Did we agree 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
It's 2 weeks.
All right.
May 8th.
All right. Let's get the date and the time in the chat from somebody who knows 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, Heat 1 here in the advanced finals. Double elimination bracket. It's going to start with Flightening Freedom, Spinister, and JPFPV.
All right, make sure that you are getting your Hydra picks in. Hydra picks are open for the first 4 rounds.
I'm going to step away for just 1 sec. I'll be right back.
All right. All right, so we are making sure that pilots are on the correct channels, getting ready to start that 1-lap practice, then going into the 2-lap actual race. Double eliminations, just like enthusiast class. So first and second will be moving on. Third and fourth will be getting seated down into the consolation bracket. All right, our practice lap is about to begin. Ooh, got Danny with the LEDs.
What'd I miss, Liz?
Huh? We are getting ready to start our practice round. Getting drones plugged in. Get that one lap warm up taken care of to head straight into our first round of our advanced class.
Oh my gourd. Well, I can't wait. Looking at the chat, we do have Get Some FPV joining us to let us know that WeBleed Champs are May 8th, and AK dropped the track today, and it's a nice track. Looks like it's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on May 8th. So join us for the WeBleed Finals. It's going to be really fun. Why not stop by and root for your favorite team, which we already know, Team Face Punch.
Right?
Sponsored by myself. I've got a team in the WeBleed series, and you know what? They might take it. They might win it. So join us to root on some of my pilots. We got Get Some here in the chat. You know, we got Jay locally. Last night, I watched Jay win that unbelievable battle with Dr. Ride for some late night, you know, head-to-head racing. We had the entire house screaming.
It was the most amazing thing. You had to start your race with your hands behind your head.
No, on your head.
Yes, on your head. Then plug in your drone, drop your goggles, take off, complete the track, come back, land, and then unplug your drone to actually be declared the winner.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I can't remember what they called that, start and finish, but the pilots agreed to it, and almost both times it came down to this frantically unplugging a battery. I mean, when Jay won in front of Dr. Ride came over the balcony, dove down into the living room, stuck to the wall behind Dr. Ride. So he took his goggles off. Remember, he's got to find and unplug his drone. He reaches around, find it. Meantime, Jay comes cruising in, lands at Dr. Ride's feet while Dr. Ride's looking for his quad. He finds it, unplugs it, and Dr. Ride's still fumbling.
Yes.
And, you know, we all had wagers on that one, so it was like a really intense battle. And Jay from Team Face Punch.
All right, I'm sure you can find some footage of it from last night. You can go check out my Instagram.
I mean, I'm going to be
cool footage from it last
I'm making
night.
a video about it. I got too much good content from that moment not to make a video. So
oh, yeah.
You'll see something in the TinyWhoop group or on the YouTube channel later on.
Yep. I was like, I know I made a lot of posts in my stories that were just fun and entertaining.
Oh, nice. I'll go check those out. How can,
Right?
how can your fans check it out?
They can check it out on Instagram at RibbitFPV.
RIBBITFPV. Type it in. Give her a follow, and while you're there, dip over to
The stories.
Oh, the stories.
Yep.
Yes, but I was also going to say the new launch from yesterday.
yes.
The Rosie Rippers, the all-female drone racing team that Liz just launched yesterday to help encourage female pilots in the industry and in the community. So go follow them as well.
Right?
And follow TinyWhoop.
Yeah, come hang out with all of us. Support the community. Is that a brushed on the right? Playmate asks, is that a brushed on the right? Is anybody
It's
flying
not.
a brushed whoop?
Not this time. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure I just saw, pretty sure it's sitting down on the ground without those brushed motor stilts. I'll double check here in just a minute. I thought I heard brushed motors flying around, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is brushed motors somewhere in this competition.
I actually just built a brushed whoop for the first time in
Nice.
forever a couple weeks ago for my 6-year-old niece.
Cool.
Who is loving flying FPV.
I just built another one as well. I love building brushed.
All right, here we go for our practice lap.
Well, we're going to watch these pilots get used to the course, but it's always hard for me at this point to keep in mind none of this counts, and sometimes they fly fast, sometimes they act like they're racing. However you want to warm up, you can during this first one lap loop around the course. I wonder if anybody will do Joker on their one lap. That would be kind of funny. I highly
flies
doubt it.
like the Lightning.
Everybody would rather use
21.7
a
final lap.
slight, you know, any more practice you can get on that slightly more difficult double slalom that takes place on the backside of the mountain I'll point it out to you.
Oh,
in just
look
a
at,
moment.
as you say that, Spencer's going for the Joker lap.
Oh, good for him. Looks like it went pretty well. Made it through Reactor 3. He's going to win this knot race by the looks of it. Freedom went for the slalom. Let's have a look at Flightning. He's going to go for the slalom as well. JP went for a practice Joker lap.
Me
That's
right
cool.
round, baby. 54.2 final lap.
So
Freedom isn't
Spinster
free to
sets
folks
it
like you and
down.
me. 56.4 final
Now
lap.
he'll fly back to switch batteries, which I heard Dave encouraging for this round.
Lightning flies like
It's
the
very
lightning.
advised if
42
you have
flat lightning
never
flies like the
used a
lightning
crash
done
gate
with a 2
before,
lap
that during this practice lap,
107.9 result.
you go into the crash gate so you understand what that is like. Because here, it does not matter if you are the first one to pass the timer. It matters if you are the first one to enter the crash gate.
Yep, that's something different than yesterday, so we're reminding pilots whenever we need to aim for that crash gate. We already saw one photo finish last round. It ended up not being relevant, and I don't think we even got to share it on the stream. I still see it pulled up on the laptop right here. There was a photo finish between Meown Monkey and Red Feather down to the line, reaching that crash gate, and Red Feather got there a fraction of a second ahead, coming in second place for the first Ace Challenge and Chase the Ace in the finals of Enthusiast class. It ended up not being relevant, but it was still one of my favorite moments.
It was quite intense.
What's up, Brian?
He's got a question here. Brian FPV says, how does the mountain work? I see some go through many times, others don't. So the mountain is part of our Joker lap. So one time during your race, you get to use the Joker lap. If you do that, you get to avoid going in the in and out slaloms on the backside of the mountain. You get to go through the spinning cube, through reactor number 3, take a quick left around and go through the mouth of the mountain and out the WeBleed cave instead of having to zigzag in and out throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, the truth is, Brian, the mountain is a complex course feature that gets revisited several times each lap, including 3 times consecutively at the second half of a lap. So right after you see pilots go through the top of the hyperdrives at the top of the room, they'll dive down, do a little bit of mountain, then they'll skirt away, do the reactors, come back to the mountain, and dip in and out of it 3 times if they don't do the Joker lap. But like Liz says, there's also this Joker lap option that eliminates a lot of the mountain, about half of it. And you can do that once per heat. So you'll get to know it as you watch this race. Most of the time, pilots will go through every single gate on the mountain in the right order. Once in a while, well, about once per heat, you'll see the pilots veer left instead of the second entry into the mountain, and then they'll head straight for the Joker lap. And that's the only time you hit that spinning thing you see on the left, right by Liz, right down there. See it right there.
There it is.
And yeah, then after you hit that, you hit reactor number 3, the only time you hit reactor 3, which is the little gate right after it. Looks like we're plugging them in for an official race here. These brackets always have a little bit of a slow start because we got to do a battery reset, and it always seems like an issue comes up from those practice round. Have you noticed? We do that practice 1 lap, but then for some reason, pilot makes a discovery in their aircraft equipment or tune and suddenly needs to just take a short break. But looks like we're about to get into it anyway. Looking for thumbs.
All right.
Raffle cam and launch cam together. One of those tickets in there is going to win me an Orca set of goggles, I'm telling you. That was a sweet, clean launch for a first heat. Freedom got through first. Nope, he's behind Spinister. Spinister in first place is already heading to the hyperdrive in first place. Second place right now is Flightning, also with smooth flight. These guys are moving a lot faster than the last heat. Flightning missed a gate there and didn't notice it. I think they're telling him to turn around. Maybe they're not. Flightning missed a gate at the top of the mountain, and I think I lost track because of that. We'll see if they let him get away with it. Spencer in first place makes his way into the mountain for the second time, but has a little bit of wreck on entry. He'll regather and reset going into a slalom. Chooses not to do the Joker lap in lap number 1, which is pretty smart. He's going to get some heat from Freedom. Freedom cruising nice and quick. Going to try to catch Spinster on the clock tower right now. Looks like he got him. Freedom now in first place, Spinster in second place, and Flightning in third. Not sure what happened to the video feed for JP FPV.
Freedom isn't free to folks like you.
Freedom makes it across first. Spencer face plants into the start-finish gate by that NewBeeDrone logo. And there's another major error by Flightning. Flew over the top of at least 2 hurdles in that he needs to turn back for. Let's hope he actually does it. There's the pass by Spinster into first place at the top of the room on lap number 2. His final lap here in the preliminary round. Makes it through both of those square gates at the top of the room. And yeah, looking really great right now. He's going through the reactor for the second time, Flightning with an error right now. So his second place pressure, not too much of a problem. Remember, in this double elimination bracket, you want 1 or 2, not 3 or 4. Spinster going for a very awkward angle on that Joker lap. Did you guys see that? He had to hit it pretty much backwards, do a hardcore 180, and I'm not sure if it ended up saving him much time, maybe a little bit. So I'm watching Spinster on the upper right of your screen. He's getting ready to bring around the clock tower as the final course feature before he heads towards the tank. Crosses over the start finish and he'll hook towards the finish gate. There's the crash gate making it official for Spinster. And we're going to hope that Freedom makes it across. So we don't. Oh, look, Flightning on his lid and stuck to boot. Got the tip of his wing locked underneath something, and he's fighting really hard to get turtling, but it won't be enough. Freedom crashing his way across the line, and all he's got to do is get into the mosquito net at the TinyWhoop cube gate for our crash gate at the end. Can't tell which way is out. It's official. Spinster, first place. Freedom in second. Flightning and JP will move down to match number 5. We'll visit them in 4 rounds for our first visit to the consolation bracket. And we'll see Spinster and Freedom about 2, well, in the round following that, that'll be race number 6. Race number 1 in the books. So let's have a look at the chat. Huff19 says, well, Freedom costs $1.05. Oh, he's laughing because every time Freedom crosses over, it says Freedom ain't free for people like you and me or something like that.
Got some shout outs in the chat. Double A says, hello, JP and Liz.
What up, Double A? Thanks for stopping by. Heck yeah, one of the hardcore volunteers and staff at MultiGP that works super hard to make the I.O. possible. Always a VIP in the TinyWhoop tent.
Yes.
Can't wait to meet you there in just a couple months, in like a number of weeks now.
No, we're like 6 weeks out. It's crazy.
I know.
I'm getting so excited.
Hey, look, somebody's crawling around in the mountain. That's Dave.
It's going to be my first year flying 5-inch. Shout out.
Oh, that'll be great.
I'm excited about that.
Well, we're about to bring in Maverick, Jimmy, J. Rice, and Stinky Fingers for match number 2. After they get their 1-lap practice, cruising the course, we'll see them go head-to-head just like we did with match 1. And that'll put us halfway through the preliminary round in the advanced class finals of Whoop Wars Battlegrounds Denver 2022. If you're just joining us, we finished the enthusiast bracket. Right now, we're in the throes of the advanced bracket, but then we'll move into the pro and eventually elite class double elimination brackets where you'll watch the best skill in tiny flight ever compete on this course. Special shout out to our platinum sponsors who came through with the highest level of sponsorship, helping the locals make this event possible. WeBleedFPV and Orca. You guys are the best. Thanks for all the help. And I don't know what else to say.
Right.
Looks like there's JP starting to get ready.
All right.
Local pilot from Denver, I believe, or somewhere here on the Front Range of Colorado. I see him at all the local events. There's Icy in the back, another local pilot. What's this shirt say? Mashish?
I think so.
What's it mean?
I'm not sure.
Somebody in the chat teach us what Icy's shirt means.
Got a shout out from Brian that says, yo, Liz, Lauren says you're the best and she's pumped for your team. Thank you. And for those that you don't know, Lauren is Bri5's wife.
Nice. B-Doc saying I need to learn to make a 5-inch properly before I.O.
I.O. is June 8th through June 12th. Deadlock FPV just asked, what were the dates? So for those of you who do not know, June 8th through June 12th in Muncie, Indiana, one of the greatest FPV parties that you will ever attend in your life.
The best, the biggest FPV event that's ever happened since humans became ever, you know, and hosted by my friend Chris Thomas, owner, creator, CEO of MultiGP. They host it at the headquarters for the Academy of Model Aeronautics. Hold on, somebody's trying to get my attention again.
What's up?
can't hear you.
Food.
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay.
I can hit you up in a little while. I'm good right now. Thanks. I'm good. Thank you so much. That was really nice.
Dr. Ride letting us know that he's got sandwiches for us. Yay.
Yeah, well, I put a shout out to try to get some food because we had to get here early. I haven't eaten yet today, so it was really nice of Dr. Ride to offer.
I know. I was like so excited this morning when we came downstairs and there was bacon and eggs. Didn't even eat any of it. All right. Oh, I thought we were off.
We are off. Ooh.
We got a little flip.
Who went down? It was Jimmy. All right, Maverick, Stinky Fingers, J Rice, and Jimmy. This doesn't mean anything, ladies and gentlemen. We're just cruising a practice lap. Nothing's for points, nothing's for glory. Just a lap on the course to warm up, get some of the blood pumping through your thumbs and fingers. So we'll let these guys cruise around. Looking pretty strong.
Got Maverick
Stop
and,
trying to Jimmy the car's 20.2 final lap.
fingers hanging out on the mountain.
Double A saying he loves that guy. CT knows how to make it, knows how to throw FPV blast. It's true. It's true. Don't miss IO, everybody. Just don't miss it.
Yep.
Mavericky Ticky
Maverick crossing over cleanly.
57.7 final
Is he
lap.
gonna head for that crash gate? See, that's the best reason to practice it. He turns away. Okay, he got a look at it. Now he's gonna go land by the pilots, which is allowed this round. He'll unplug here.
J Rice keeping its Asian 112.5 final lap. Stinky
Rice
fingers
across,
don't
Stinky
smell
fingers
those thumbs.
across.
119.3 final lap.
Did Jimmy go for another lap? Jimmy gonna get called out by the people.
Yeah, we can't go for a second lap.
Oh no, this is first lap. This is
Oh,
first lap.
okay. Nope. Yeah, I was like, wait, it did say lap one, but 20 seconds. Nobody, not even our fastest pilots of the day, have gotten 22nd lap.
Not yet.
Gonna make sure we set down our drones and reset them. Every once in a while, I get a little bit of junk gyro.
So we're finishing up practice, guys. Hang out. We're just about to launch some official racing with these same 4 pilots. They're going to see if they can find batteries and put them in their quads before we move on.
All right, finishing up on the clock tower. Oops, sounds like our Joker might need a new battery.
Stop trying to Jimmy the car's 218.4. Stop trying to Jimmy the car's done with a 2-lap 238.7 result.
All right.
It's early in the day here at Send FPV. We finished our enthusiast class. We're getting into the advanced class. A bunch of advanced class showed up a bit early. They're all hanging out. Most of the enthusiast pilots have dipped out until they'll show up later for the award ceremony. Many of them went back to Whoop House, hang out and watch it in the living room with a posse on the big screen. I hope they got that going. Maybe they don't.
All right, they
They
should.
did last year.
I know. One of these years, I would like to just go back to the Whoop House and hang out, but then I'm like, I'm always announcing, and I enjoy this too.
You gotta be in the action.
Right?
Looks like they're plugging them in.
All right. In for our actual race. So 2 are going on, 2 are going down to our consolation bracket.
Wow, simultaneous launch that time. I love it when that happens early in the tournament. Jimmy goes in and sets it down in the start-finish gate. Meanwhile, J Rice running away in first place. He's getting chased down by Maverick and Stinky Fingers. Maverick in second, Stinky Fingers trying to catch him in third with a difficult transition between the 2 hyperdrives up there. So J Rice already going through. Wow, there's some action happening
Rice
between
keeping its Asian
J Rice. Must have gone
26.6 final
down. Now
lap.
gotten passed by Maverick and Stinky Fingers. First one to make it to reactor number 2 is Stinky Fingers in first place, to my surprise. J Rice trying to catch him right now and flying nice and fast. Makes quick work of gates 1, 2, and 3 in reactor number 2. Now through the bottom of the mountain, about to make the pass on Stinky. There it is. J Rice now in first place once again after that error in the early part of his first lap. He's able to get away, and now J Rice turns back. Great job catching that missed part of the course. He'll climb the lock tower and get ready to bring in lap number 1. He is still getting some action right now. Stinky Fingers trying to make,
J Rice keeping its Asian 37.3. J Rice keeping its Asian done with a 2-lap 106.8 result.
Yep, okay, we did have a miss. Wait. I'm just trying to figure out what happened here.
Stinky
The timing
Fingers don't
system
smell
is showing
those thumbs.
off.
120.1 final lap. Stinky Fingers don't smell those thumbs done with a 1-lap 120.1 result. Stop trying to
Well,
jimmy
I'm
the
going to
cars.
double check my things here
129.5
because
final
my
lap.
timing software is showing me some very odd times saying Maverick is in first place. I could be wrong, but I think we've still got J Rice, who's now hitting that
J
Joker
Rice
lap.
keeping
There's
its
reactor
Asian
number 3 looking
21.9.
clean for J Rice. So J Rice headed down the lock tower, getting a little bit of lap traffic. He's going to make it across
J
the line
Rice
and
keeping
head
its
for.
Asian
He's going to have to get
46.9.
into that. Okay,
Maverick
now he's got a
Wiki
turtle.
58.5.
Maverick makes it in there.
Done with
Looks
a
like
2-lap
Maverick was indeed
155.3
ahead.
result.
Yep. I was like,
Incredible. Like, I almost want to double check that.
well, J
I'm so
Rice
sorry I
made the
missed that.
pass on the clock tower and then hit the wall, which caused Mavic to then make the pass again
Awesome.
and go in for the win.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and trust the timing software and the crash gate view there. So we'll be moving along with Maverick and J Rice, keeping it alive. 2 local pilots, Stinky Fingers and Jimmy, moving into the consolation bracket, and we'll visit with them in match number 5 in just 3 heats. So it sounds like these 2 pilots went through the timer in a different order that they hit the crash gate. It really did come down to the wire.
Stinky Fingers don't smell those thumbs.
Saw Jimmy landed on a
129.8.
desk, taken off after maybe a correction to just do a casual lap around the entire room.
The race is completed.
Acting lost and landing again.
All right.
So in just a minute, we'll see how fast these pilots can get batteries plugged in for our practice round for heat number 3.
All right. If you have not already, please make sure that you go check out Hydra and place your bets. Betting is open for the first 4 classes, I believe. Let me double check that as I'm opening my Hydra app.
Well, 2
Match
of them are
5
done.
is open for picks. So you can make picks now for matches 3, 4, and 5. This is a hard choice. Silly Blind, Bumper, Slippy, and Red Rum.
Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm kind of a fan of all of them. Slippy Dave's a local pilot. He comes to all my Wednesday night parties at TinyWhoop headquarters.
Very nice.
Red Rum's been flying with me on TinyWhoop Go for years, and I love flying with that guy. He knows this is one of the first times I've really got to hang out with him in person and like really chill. So also voting for him.
Hard choices, hard choices.
Double A asking if the amber voice on the timing system has been drinking. The answer is just yes.
It's what happens.
Well, I mean, Dave just adds all these funny names for everybody. So he changes the way names are pronounced in the timing system to have always borderline appropriate jokes. One of them I am just dead against. But all of them, most of them, pretty funny. I love Dave's sense of humor.
Right.
I love how everybody comes home from Whoop Wars, brings a little bit of Dave with them.
They do. If you meet Dave, he will rub off on you. It's inevitable.
It's true. Well, they got him going pretty quick. Let's see if they can get him off the line for this practice lap. There they go. Well, we'll watch these guys get to know the course a little bit. I love how Dave is telling people to practice slow. Whenever it's practice time, Dave's like, fly slower. But they don't.
They don't. They just want to push it.
I just want to rail and wreck right now.
Right? The whole point of the
Go
practice.
over the whole event on tilt.
Right? Is to be able to figure it out, get smooth, get your lines. That's not smooth. Silly. That is not smooth.
So, yeah, Silly Blind has never been a particularly smooth flyer, but he makes it happen. And Lil Silly, his son, same flying style, frenetic, all over the place, you know. Just hardcore yaw, look left, look right, snap, look, decide, and then, you know, adjust. It's sort of the way they start their flights, and it works out. I mean, Lil Silly almost made elite class for the second year in a row, and he's, I think, 13 or 9 or something.
Slippy
He's like a
slipping
really
through the
little
holes,
kid.
110.5 final lap.
I'm hoping.
Oh, Little Silly.
Silly Blind.
That was interesting.
What?
That he was like, looked like he was going for the Joker.
Yeah,
looked like he was
decided.
pausing and then changed his mind.
23.6 final
He changed
lap.
his mind. Which is actually against the rules, actually.
Red
You're
rum,
not
yes,
allowed
like the
to
murderer,
attempt or approach
131.4
the
final
Joker lap and then not take it.
I did not know that.
Yep, they made that pretty clear. So it doesn't matter on practice, obviously, but somebody should let him know between heats. So I'm going to do that right
Red
now.
rum,
I'll be
yes,
right
like
back.
the murderer,
Yep.
14.2. Red rum, yes,
Make
like
sure
the
that we
murderer,
do
done
not
with a
make
2
that
lap,
mistake again in the
145.7
future.
result.
Glad that I myself only ever went towards the
Silly
Joker
is so
lap when
blind,
I was
whereas your
going
quad
to take it, since I did not
155.5
realize
final
that was
lap.
a
Silly
thing.
is so blind, whereas your quad done with a 1 lap, 155.5 result.
All right. We got some shout outs in the chat. Hello, Spitfire. How are you? We got Deadlock FPV saying red rum for the win.
Oh, you got it.
AK saying I was going to type out a great joke about COVID, but I don't want to spread it around. Let's go Freedom and Skittles.
A meta joke. Love it. Hey, Diamond sponsors. NewBeeDrone, TinyWhoop, BetaFPV. Coming in at the second highest level of sponsorship. And some of the most important companies in the Whoop world. NewBeeDrone's been here since almost the beginning. BetaFPV, same kind of thing. And of course, TinyWhoop is my company. Proud to be a sponsor of an event like this. Would never miss it. Deadlock saying Lamau AK.
All right. We've got 58 people hanging out with us right now in the Perspective Image chat. If you have not already, please subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Help get Perspective Image to 500 subs. We are currently sitting at 461. We need everybody to come subscribe to Perspective Image. You're going to get the best whoop racing and 5-inch racing that you can find on the internet.
Shout out to everybody that already did subscribe. Oh yeah, 39 away. We can do this, you
Come
guys.
on.
Look, the community coming together, rallying together. We're going to drive Perspective Image YouTube up to 500 today. And let's see if we can get likes. I mean, we're going to be on this live stream for many hours, and I think we can actually reach the like goal of 200. Right now, we're only at 63. I'm going to make it 64. I'm going to log into my other account, make it 65. I'm not saying you guys should go make another account
But
and like it and subscribe. Oh, look, Skyla subscribed. The cage, these are always solid. All right, this is an official race. People flying fast, people wrecking fast, and Red Rum's at the top of the room in first place on Hyperdrive number 2, getting chased down by Slippy Dave, Colorado pilot, who runs into a little error every time you say his name. Just happened to me. Only pilot moving through the air, Red Drum, but now he's on his lid, and we're going to shake out some of these early nerves here, as Red Drum is the first one to get into reactor number 1. Here comes Slippy, second one to get to reactor number 2. We've got a lot of trouble for Bumper, another local pilot, one of my favorite peeps. He was hanging out all night last night. Bumper, never give up. Oh, is there a Marshall finger happening there? Like, where is he? I can't tell what's going on.
I don't know.
All right, so Red Drum now in the mountain for the last time, first lap.
Oh, he was
Already
way
out
up
of
top.
the caves. And now he's going to creep up the lock tower, try to round out lock number 1, and we'll give you a lap time for him in just a minute. Slippy almost got him too. Going to bring it around right behind
Red
him.
Rum, yes, like the
There's
murderer.
Red Rum with a
101.4 final lap.
101.4.
Slippy slipping through
not
the
too
holes.
far behind him.
104.8 final lap.
104, so 3 seconds separating first and second place here in this
Silly
official
is
race.
so blind, where is your
Preliminary
quad?
rounds of
111.9
the
final
advanced
lap.
class double elimination bracket, just like that. Red Drum takes a huge dive into the lava pit in the middle of the mountain, now creeping back out, resets for that entire mountain phase of the course early on in this lap, and he's made it through. But look, Slippy got ahead of him already in reactor number 1. Red Drum's got to catch up.
Bumpy bumper. 135.2
Now
final
Slippy
lap.
in reactor number 2 doing those big orbits and about to approach the mountain in the second half of his final lap. Couldn't tell with that video bobble if he made it through, but looks like he's going to go back to make sure. Now Slippy. Wait, where is Red Drum?
Where?
So Red Drum what? Lost a prop and got unplugged. So Red Drum going to be moving down to the constellation bracket, unfortunately, in just a minute.
Looks like we're between.
Bumper is screaming right now, so I believe he's on lap number 1 after a really long pause. Almost a midair for Bumper there from Silly Blind.
Slippy slipping through the holes.
All right, there it
110.1.
is.
Slippy
Slippy
slipping
gets
through the holes.
across
Done
first
with a
place in the
2-lap
crash gate, and here
214.9
comes Bumper,
result.
but no, he's got
Bumpy
another
bumper
lap, so it's going to be
44.2. Bumpy bumper done
Silly
with a
Blind
2-lap
if he can make it all the way
219.5
there.
result.
Silly Blind hooking
Silly
right,
is so blind,
headed
whereas
for
your
that
quad
mosquito net,
118.5.
making it
Silly is so
official.
blind,
So
whereas your quad done with a
Slippy
2-lap
and Silly Blind.
230.5
Bumper has
result.
2 laps at 2:19.
He doesn't.
Okay.
Yep, he had an early misread.
Okay.
So he's going to keep skating. And we're going to meet up with Bumper one more time, at least alongside Red Drum in match number 6 in 3 rounds.
The race is completed.
Looking much smoother now that he's not pushing for a first.
I know, you would think it was Skittles. By the way, we're about to see our final practice round, and we're going to bring in
Skittles
the
loves to
godfather
taste
of
the rainbow.
iGao, Skittles, who wound up in the advanced class. That was a sweet little pin there by Silly Blind, who's riding under the name FPV Skittles on that screen for just a minute. So do you have the track plotted for I.O. yet? Just curious. Don't want to know details because then it wouldn't be a surprise. Nope, I do not have the TinyWhoop track plotted out for International Open this year. It's going to be a collaborative effort, and if you or your TinyWhoop club wants to be a part of it, hit me up. We always work with a bunch of different TinyWhoop clubs and bring in an epic course. Last year was the first time we had a forest of wacky, wavy, inflatable arm guys.
They were
That's
great.
coming back this year. I mean, it was so much fun to have pilots literally reacting to moving objects. Like, there was times where the wacky, wavy guys would dip down and like whip their head into the gate you had to fly through.
I got knocked out of the sky probably 2 or 3 times by thinking that I'm timing it correctly, but then the wacky wavy guy's head moves and then the arm comes flapping down. And I was just like, oh no. So it's a lot of fun with our unicorn slalom.
Yeah, we had the unicorn slalom. We had the wacky wavy. We had that epic traffic tape tunnel Drone Zone made. We had, of course, the gates over the Lady Luck.
The 2 hyperdrive tunnels.
2 hyperdrive tunnels up at the top of the room. It was fun. It's going to be amazing this year.
I would definitely advise, do not miss out on it.
But yeah, AA, I got to get with multi-GP planning. Just like last year, they promised me I'd be a part of the earliest stages of planning. So whenever that gets underway, give me a call. So we've got one more round of preliminary qualifying happening here. Not so much qualifying, but this is the part where we sort the pilots into the 2 brackets, the elimination bracket, also known as the consolation bracket, and the winner's bracket. So
Shout out to our gold level sponsors for Whoop Wars Battleground Denver. We got HappyModel, GemFan, and ViFly. Thank you so much for your support. So AA says tonight there is a call at 9.
I'll be working. First call happens to be tonight.
Right. I also want to give a shout out to some of our international watchers here. We've got Spec watching from Australia, and Playmate1 says, love the track. If you were in Holland, I would come.
Wish we were so you could be here, man.
Love just how large the drone community is. You're going to get people from all over the world, whether you're in a Facebook group, a YouTube chat, a Discord. You're going to get help and meet people from everywhere.
Nice. Yeah, 100%. Just talking to the guys in the truck, testing a little bit of audio, and they're nailing it perfectly as usual.
Yep. So it looks like we are getting ready to plug in for this first practice lap. All right.
See that pusher prop on the far end that was flying around Whoop House the other night, and I just reached down to marshal him and turned him upside down. Because he's an upside down build.
Right, pusher prop.
Instantly turtled.
All right, we are plugged in and ready to go.
Jump. That's how we do it for Skittles here, who's got those green lights. You can see him on the bottom corners of his screen. That was him firing up that anxious little TinyWhoop, and he's cruising in first place right now at the top of the room. Already through the hyperdrives.
Inner spool, the internal spool, 16-3 final lap.
There he goes out the horny-corn cutout into reactor number 1. Looking back at the course, it's carnage. Mr. E in second place right now, about to hit the second hyperdrive.
Final lap.
A little bit of trouble there, but he's got to get it together, get it through. See what the judges think about that. And he heads towards the mountain. Meanwhile, Skittles is just running away with this. Already done with his second slalom, curling through the mouth of the beast, and he'll head towards the lock tower. Interspool just getting a solid start over there as Skittles. Let's see, what did I just miss?
Right? What just happened?
I can't tell what I just missed. Here comes Skittles.
Skittles loves to taste the rainbow 35.5.
Oh, because he's practicing. It's a practice round.
Done with a 2-lap 1.
Oh my God! I'm like, what is he doing right now? Did he really just seriously decide to act all silly because he feels like he shouldn't be in this class?
That's what I thought was going on too.
Oh, give me a heart attack.
So, practice being a practice right now. Pro pilots be practicing when pro pilots should be practicing. Let's see how much practice they let him get away with. Repeating features is definitely stretching the rules at this point. They offer you one lap, no more. Looks like he'll go back and try again anyway. Technically not breaking any rules. There he goes, getting that practice on the crash gate with Mr. E.
Right, because no, if you had crashed like that in real life, you're going to probably want to go back and make sure that you'd actually gone through that loop and get that nice straight line into the start-finish gate.
Totally.
That is definitely something that needs to be practiced a lot, especially with the spotlight aimed on the ground right there. You're going to get your shadow bouncing off, and it can mess you up.
Yeah, if it was cool, I would go for more than one practice too. There's Fritz crossing over. He's not even going to touch that crash. Oh no, he's actually accidentally going for extra illegal practice as well.
Inner spool, the internal spool, 215.4 final lap.
Somebody's going to call in Fritz. I think Dave kind of forgot that this was a practice round too. I mean, I forgot.
Right.
You forgot.
Sitting here freaking out over what Skittles is doing.
Yeah. He was freaking out over what you were doing too. I had to remind the crowd that he's talking about and helping his wife on the course. So Fritz on a second lap, moving slowly, more than halfway through his second lap, not getting called out. Let's see if they ask him to land now.
Dio
yep,
GTS.
They finally realized.
Right, there we go. Dio GTS giving the shout out to Skittles with them sexy LEDs.
Oh my God, I know. Look how good they be looking.
Ooh. Yes. rebuilt his drone last night, stuck his nice 4-harness LED on there, looking beautiful and green and bright.
Off-grid saying if he can get a passport, and I hope you can, bro. Definitely come down there from Canada for some racing next year.
All right.
Awesome.
Leave your little island. Come join us in the big city.
Yeah, that little island called Canada. America's hat.
Well, no, actually, he literally lives on a little island.
I had a feeling. Just trying to act ignorant. Because I think Americans, most of them think Canada is part of. I'm just kidding.
Right. I don't think anybody realizes how large it is outside.
Oh, yeah, it's big up there. It's the big wild.
I remember Googling once because I was like, you could drive to Alaska through Canada. And then it's because it's so bad up there. It's like the world's longest trip. Off-grid everything says Dan setting the trend. Double A giving a shout out. Perspective Image, you are doing a great job. And yes, they are.
Always do. Up to 64 likes. Let me make sure. I feel like we're more than that now, so I'm going to reset. All right, so hit the like button if you're here with us in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. It's going to get more and more exciting all day long. This is advanced, and we're about to watch the final sorting round in the preliminary part of this tournament in the advanced class finals at Whoop Wars 2022.
All right.
Going live full send in 5, what they say around here. Look at Skittles, just jumping, jumping, jumping. He wants to get that action so bad. Upper right of your screen, he's got that hole shot pretty easy, and he's already headed down that spiral, taking things a little bit easier now. A surprisingly slow pace for Skittles, negotiating entry into the second hyperdrive up there. Now he's the first one of the mountain. Interspool is behind him, but not by too far.
Skittles loves to taste the rainbow 21.2 final lap.
Don't pay any attention to
Skittles
that.
loves to taste the rainbow 25.4 final lap.
I love it. Skittles loves to taste the rainbow.
30.3 final lap.
That's weird. He's just getting shouted out so hard by our timing system lady.
She wants everybody to taste the rainbow.
All right, so here he goes up the lock tower, still flying extremely cautiously.
Skittles loves to taste the rainbow 53.6 final
that one
lap.
was legit. A 53-second lap, one of Skittles' slower laps.
Interspool the internal spool 102.2 final lap.
Coming down into the horny corn to hit reactor number 1, looking nice and smooth. We've got
Skittles loves to taste the rainbow 20.4. Skittles loves to taste the rainbow done with a 2-lap 114
having a
flat
little
result.
bobble heading into the cube above the mountain.
Pretty sweet Joker lap for Skittles. Sliced it without hesitating at all. Really good timing. He's already made it through reactor 3 and hitting the clock tower for the last time.
Mr. E. Mr. We 132.5 final lap.
His final lap. Got a little bit of catching up to do
Skittles
with
loves to taste the rainbow 43.9.
All right.
Skittles in the crash.
We've
Who will
got
join him? Appears to be Fritz.
Fritz is on the Fritz 152.1
Nope.
final lap. Fritz is on the Fritz done with a 1-lap
but
152.1
Mr. E
result.
is not far behind,
Fritz just skipped a gate.
especially with an interest pole crash inside of the mountain. So Mr. E on, hitting the Joker lap. Uh-oh.
It's a great chance to hit the Joker lap. Maybe he wants to get in front of Interspool. But it looks like he's not going to pull it off. Interspool, I believe, skipped Joker for this heat, surprisingly.
All right.
Now turtling, trying to get out and get to that lock tower. I don't understand what he's doing now. Looks like he got a little bit turned around, and that's going to give it to Mr. E, who's cruising in second place right now, about to cross over and head for that crash
Mr. E.
gate.
Mr. We 108.7. Mr. E. Mr. We done with a 2-lap
Makes it official, though.
241.3
Skittles and
result.
Mr. E are going to move on, sending Interspool
Interspool
and
the
Fritz to
internal
match
spool
number 6 in the
146.7.
consolation bracket. We'll
Interspool the
meet up with
internal
them
spool done with a 2-lap
match number
248.9
7.
result.
We'll meet up
All
with them in
pilots are
3
finished.
rounds. But first, our first visit down to the consolation bracket for match number 5,
The race is
where we'll
completed.
take the 3rd and 4th place pilots from matches 1 and 2 as we watch Fritz do his lap, or excuse me, his joker lap. He wants to get a little extra practice at this point because why not? It's a double elimination tournament. He's going to have another shot on the course. So cruise the rest of his lap. Going to take his time climbing the lock tower and practice any other small parts he can get in before he enters his actual elimination race in 2 rounds.
Get every piece of practice you can. It is definitely needed. The warmer your stick fingers are, the better you tend to do. At least for me. I know pilots who can fly cold. I am not one.
Here's a glance at your double elimination bracket for this tournament, the advanced tournament. You can see we've been through matches 1 through 4, and we have sorted pilots into matches 6, 5, and 7. So 5 and 7 being in the consolation bracket. Match 6, your winners. So we'll be visiting them in just a moment. But first, we'll dip down to the consolation bracket. Well, we'll watch Flightning, JP, Stinky Fingers, and Jimmy fight to stay alive in this elimination round. If you're first or second, you keep it alive. If you're third or fourth, it's adios muchacho to you, and we will dismiss you from the building. Excused from full send for the day. Just kidding. We don't want anybody to leave. Hang out. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
So match 5, elimination round, where we're going to put Flightning, JP, Stinky Fingers, and Jimmy on the spot in just a minute. And 2 of them for the last time here at the event. Looks like officials doing a little double checking there. Event's on pause for just a sec. I see Dave.
Looks like he's wanting Skittles' drone, possibly.
Oh. Maybe Skittles got in trouble there. Maybe they're questioning his VTX output. Think he's got it cranked to 200?
No. But he did just build this drone last night. So.
Oh, so he'd know.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like everything appears to be in order.
Yep.
GG, Mystery and Skittles says off the grid everything.
Right? Mr. E just came up and said thank you off grid for the shout out.
Oh, cool. I see Flightning standing there with his Tyrannus, getting ready to. You got busted taking a bite. We're trying to sneak little bits of these granola bars.
Right.
Guys.
Oh.
This totally see-through granola bar.
Floating granola bar in the air. All right, so it looks like we are getting plugged in. We're in heat number 5, so there is no practice lap here. We are going straight into a race. First and second will be moving on in the consolation bracket, and as Jesse said before, third and fourth will be out of the race. But that does not mean that you need to leave here. Hang out, watch some awesome flying, and enjoy your day. Darren's using pine tar, says Sunrise Water Media.
What does that mean? Explain to us, Sunrise. Are you using pine tar? Pine tar.
Sunrise Water Media says you're using pine tar.
There they go, guys. It's an elimination round, the first elimination round here in advanced finals. We sorted everybody into these categories yesterday. Right now it's time for real racing. They've already lost 1 match on this course, and they can't lose another one, or we're going to have to say goodbye to them. Lots of action at the top of the house, but the first place is currently Flightning, already making his way through the first reactor gate, now in the second reactor gate, which is a big, long Jacob's ladder spiral to the bottom. He's got a little bit of company right now. Jimmy is in second place, and JP also in that first reactor in third place. Stinky Fingers trying to make it on the map as well, but we're bringing Flightning already through the mouth of the beast. He's going to climb the clock tower, get ready to finish up lap number 1 on the lower right of your screen. Flightning, an awesome pilot. I got to know him at I.O. a couple years ago, and at the most recent I.O. he participated in the TinyWhoop altitude challenge alongside Wes Burson, lost a whoop permanently.
We talked about that last night. This year, out in the middle of the field.
Yeah, we'll see if it matters. Let's just say it will. Flightning in first place. And
JP
who else have we got chasing him down? Looks like JP just made it across the line onto his final lap as Jimmy struggles on his lid, crunching those mortars and trying to get something to grip on for a turtle. Let's see if he can make that enough. Flightning cruises over the top of the crash gate into reactor number 2, headed towards the mountain. Nope, he turns right. He's going to take a joker lap. Pretty well done. into reactor number 3. I hope he's not having the battery struggles. It looks like he is. He's only got a little bit left. Headed into the clock tower. You can see him spiraling up. He's got better video than we do, folks at home. Now he's headed down to the start-finish gate through the tank. No touch and go for him, and he's going to make it into the crash gate. No problemo. And that means it's a race for second. I seem to have Jimmy still on his lid and looking like he gave up. It's JP's event to lose. If he goes down, he's going to give it to Stinky Fingers, who has been in 4th place throughout this heat so far. So JP FPV making his last climb on the clock tower, well ahead of Stinky Fingers. And I hope there's a spotter in his ear telling him to take it real slow and smooth and watch those errors. Don't cut that
JP
too tight. Nice ground effect in the start finish. He makes it official in the crash game. And we're bringing Flightning and JP FPV along in the consolation bracket. Unfortunately, a fond farewell to Jimmy and Stinky Fingers. You never like to see someone go out as Jimmy did, with a funky crash he couldn't quite get out of.
Right, but what I do love to see is somebody who never gives up. He sat there that entire race attempting to turtle that drone. And
oh,
get
I
back
thought he
in.
gave up. That's
Nope.
great. I'm glad to hear that.
He turtled until that battery died.
Awesome. Awesome.
And Sunrise Water Media says it's a thing they use in baseball to get an advantage.
I think I remember that now.
Yep. Boop. There we go.
Just messing around. All right, well, next we're going to bounce all the way up to the consolation bracket after we say hi to our silver sponsors, Emax USA, Tattu, Mile High Audio Video, what up, Icy, Fractal Engineering, and of course, Dr. Ride Industries, Final Graphics and Design. There's your bracket, ladies and gentlemen. We just finished match 5 on the lower left. It's completed, and we're headed to match number 6. This is a winner's bracket, the first winner's bracket race of this tournament, where we're going to bring in Spinister, Freedom, Maverick, and J Rice. They all got first or second in their first laps on the course this morning. And if they can keep it alive, they're going to move right into the winner's bracket semifinals. And that is a pretty sweet place to be, because if you win that race, you're guaranteed a spot in the finals and to take on the 2 pilots coming out of the consolation bracket. There they are, 4 winners, but only 2 shall emerge victorious.
All right.
You recognize any of those quads?
I do not.
They're beautiful, though, aren't they?
They are. Place it here says Dave built me one of those drones with a fractal frame. I love it. I'm hearing more and more about those fractal frames. I think I need one myself.
They're cool.
All right, and they're off.
Really nice launch. First place right now.
Freedom.
Oh, J Rice and Freedom with the midair going into the wall ride, and Spinster's running away with first now, already in his second hyperdrive. That midair put Freedom down. He's still trying to regather. Is he going to get out of there? He's fighting so hard, and it looks like maybe he's, oh my gosh, he's just grinding. He's just grinding right here. That's the green screen behind me, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to try to marshal himself right now. He's running around behind me. There he is, got his own quad. He's allowed to marshal himself, and he's in the winner's bracket, so we know he's not going to say goodbye after this round. Glancing back at the course, looks to me like we've got Spinister still in first place. He just entered the mouth of the beast, out the mountain for the last time. Time for him to start climbing that clock tower at the end of his first lap. Freedom on the upper left makes it into the mountain for the first time. Spinster now crosses over the line.
56.7 final lap.
And looking pretty smooth at the top of the room in the second hyperdrive.
Okay.
Spinister now in the mountain for the second time. First place and out that cutout. He'll be the first one to reach the reactors in lap number 2.
J Rice
Don't count out Freedom. He's cruising nicely. There's going to be some bobbles as J Rice crosses over and hits those hyperdrives at the top of the room for the second time. It's J Rice's second place battle to lose here. He has competition creeping up, and just as I say that, he goes down on his lid, a quick turtle, and let's see if he can get out of a tricky spot. Another bobble as he tries to get out. Freedom crossing over in the meantime.
36.4 final lap.
Now J Rice trying to figure out what part of the course he's supposed to be on, doing laps around the mountain, looking around as Freedom bobbles at the second hyperdrive.
You spinister me right
Where
round,
is
baby,
J. Rice
54
going?
flat.
Back to the wall ride to start it over. That means Freedom now in second place. As Spinster gets into the crash gate, Freedom ran behind me, marshaled himself, wound up in second place. His competition not, oh wait, have I got that wrong? I believe we've got Maverick. No, according to my timing software, Maverick's still on his first lap. That puts Freedom in second place. He takes the Joker lap cleanly through reactor number 3, in and out of the mountain, making it look easy, and now he's climbing the lock tower. What an epic comeback. He was down in the pilot's area, behind the commentator's booth, marshaled himself, running around behind me, stopping that green screen, and makes it in for second place. Yeah.
Woo, baby!
That is my kind of racing. I love that, dude. Congratulations. Fought for that one hard and took it away. Keeps it alive in the winner's bracket, and now he's got a slot secured alongside Spinister in the semifinals of the advanced class. That's a pretty awesome position to sit.
It is, even with trying to turtle, coming over, having to move green screens. That
The race is complete.
amazing flying right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've got Maverick coming around, finishing up. J. Rice is pulling a battery, it looks like. We are done with J. Rice.
J. Rice is done.
Maverick coming around up on the clock tower, finish off those last couple gates to head into the crash gate and solidify his place down in the consolation bracket.
Well, there's Huff 19 shouting out Freedom, who really did have an epic performance there in the winner's bracket. He was pretty stoked when he came out of that. He came over here. I mean, when you pull your quad out from behind this green screen that you guys can't see,
right?
You don't think you're going to creep your way all the way into second. You have to rely not just on a crazy level of consistency in terms of your piloting skill, but also maybe an error by your competition. And I think he got both. So comes out of that one feeling pretty good. And that's like one of the reasons I love multiple double elimination brackets, because normally, you got a big race, you qualify the top 16, you run the top 16, and they're involved in all that drama with winning and losing and second chances. When you break the entire crowd of 64 down into 4 double elimination brackets, you watch it happen 4 times as much, and pretty much everybody gets to participate in that level. Everybody walks away with a story of their career at the event. And here's the story of the careers for the pilots in the advanced class. We're about to move into match number 7 on the lower left of your screen. This is a consolation bracket, and 2 of these pilots are racing their last battery on the course. Practice is over, so it's Silly Blind, Red Rum, Innerspool, and Fritz. 2 of them will move on to match number 10 in a few rounds. 2 of them will say goodbye in just a moment. So consolation bracket, this is an elimination race. There they are, getting powered on for potentially the last time.
All right, and Rigor Mortis FPV has a question. Are they flying 65mm quads? Yes, they are. We do spec races, so it is 1S 65mm, 31mm props.
There's Silly Blind right in front of us there.
All right, and they're off.
3 out of 4 off. All right, all 4 of them off. Look at that, a midair inside the start-finish gate. We'll see if they call that back. Looks like they decided to let it fly. Pilots are being dead silent. Silly Blind at the top of the room, going all over the place, and now Innerspool's got him, making the pass into first place. Innerspool's the first one to reach the mountain. Silly Blind flying like a madman, trying to catch him, and it's not working out. Although he did just move into first place, there's a split S, and reactor number 1 is done. Another bobble causing him a huge issue, and Silly Blind is all over the room trying to get himself into reactor number 2. Red Rum's the first one to get there. Red Rum now in gate number 2 of reactor number 2. He's going to curl it around and be the first pilot go back to the mountain. But look, Silly Blind wants that Joker lap on lap number 1. He's through reactor 3, gets back out in front of Red Rum, who's chilling in the lava pit. So now Silly Blind's going to climb the clock tower. Position, wait. That was a wrong gate. Somebody needs to stop Silly Blind. He did that gate wrong. Silly Blind's got to go back. Somebody please send Silly Blind back.
Red Rum, yes, like the murderer, 106.
All right, I'm going to call it out after this event. So sorry, Silly Blind. I love you, man. In the heat of a moment, you made a short mistake. So,
inner spool, the internal spool, 118.2.
I'm just going to assume I saw that right. Let's see what's happening in the rest of the course. I mean, we've got Fritz climbing the clock tower right now. Silly is down.
Looks like Silly might be inside of the start-finish.
Well, we've got Redrum and
Fritz is on the
Interspool
Fritz
also on their second lap.
135.6
Now
final
Fritz
lap.
crosses over onto his second lap.
Oh, Silly found himself. He
But
was
remember,
inside of the office.
Silly did not. Yeah, well, don't forget, Silly did not finish lap number 1, missed a gate. And that is really sad news for Silly, because at this point, for him to go back, get that gate crossover, it's not looking like he'll get another pack on the course today. He's still going to fight as if he did go through all the gates, but let's see if it ends up being relevant. Interspool taking a dive right there. Now Redrum in a really strong position, climbing the clock tower on his final lap, looking like he's going to run away with this one. Check it out. He's through the tank,
Yes, like the murderer,
bobbling
113
through the
flat.
tank.
Redrum,
He's going to
yes,
have
like
to get
the
up
murderer,
now,
done with
head
a 2
for
lap
that crash gate, makes it
219.1
official.
result.
Redrum with a clean lap, and now I'm looking at Interspool in second place as Silly Blind stuck in something somewhere.
I think that's the diamond up top.
I can't tell what I'm looking at.
Interspool, the internal spool,
he looks to be swinging.
122.3.
Interspool makes it
the internal
official
spool, done with a 2 lap
and keeps it
240.5
alive.
result.
Okay, so Silly Blind, we're being told, is stuck in the hyper tunnels. Kind of a nice ending after that gate skip. So Fritz and Silly Blind, we love you guys. We'll have to say goodbye now. These guys
Fritz is on
have
the
just
Fritz
been eliminated, and we'll
124.4.
send
Fritz is on the
Redrum
Fritz,
and
done with a 2 lap
Interspool
3.05
down
result.
the consolation bracket to meet the winners of the most recent consolation race. That was race number 5. So the winners of races 5 and 7 going to meet in race 10, I believe, in just a few
The race is completed.
heats. But first, we'll bounce back up to the winners bracket, where we'll watch Skittles' winning heat take on 3 other first and second place pilots from the preliminary round. So,
And as another reminder, please make sure you're getting in your Hydra picks.
oh yeah, guys, don't forget, every one of these you can game along with us. Grab the Hydra app from the App Store, pick your winners, and we are going to be in a holding pattern for just a minute. I just saw Van over there, Stinky Fingers, looking up at the top of the room and trying to figure out how to get that quad down. Deadlock shouting out Redrum for that win. Team Deadlock, you know, one of my favorite drone racing teams. Gonna support their, you know, that was the best part. When Team Big Whoop formed in 2015, it didn't matter if you lost out of an event, because as long as one person on your team was still in it, I was going crazy. I was like the guy on the sidelines, feeling like I was still in it for sure. That's the best part of a team.
Right, I love, when it comes to, as I'm wrapping it, the WeBleedFPV series, I went into this season as the 5th place person. We have to run leaderboards every single week. Top 4 players go. I have been team cheerleader, and it has been an amazing experience.
Oh, awesome.
I love rooting on my team. I love seeing that their win is my win. It's great.
Match number 8, Slippy, Bumper, Skittles, and Mr. E. Winners from the preliminary round are going live right now. That's Skittles over on the right. You got those green quads. Let's see him jiggle around. That's my man. Jiggle and launch, jiggle and launch. Pew! Thanks for the sound effects, Jesse. Skittles in second place. Third place, nope, he's leading in front of Slippy. I see those green lights on Slippy's screen, and he's going to try to chase down Bumper, but a huge error gives Skittles the lead. Still flying nice and cautious. We saw a pretty considerable error by Bumper. Went to the bottom of the room. Now he's trying to get his way through that mountain as we wonder what happened with Mr. E, looking at his own shadow and trying to get out of it. A clean second reactor for Skittles FPV. He goes to slalom the mountain. He'll probably hit that Joker lap in about 1 lap. Curling around to the mountain, and now he'll head to the clock tower for the first time as Bumper works his way through the second reactor back towards the mountain. Appears to be in second place. That's right. No, he's battling with Slippy. There's the pass on. Wait, did he pass Slippy? Slippy currently in second as Skittles goes to the top of the roof for hyperdrive time. Bumper and Slippy are fighting for third right now. Looks like Bumper a little bit back, but Slippy not looking confident here in the end of lap number 1. Here comes Slippy crossing over. He'll head towards that wall ride gate right there and up to the top of the room. Bumper with a couple
Funky
errors
Bumper
starts to fall back just a little
117.5
bit
final lap.
as Skittles extends his lead in first place, going for that Joker lap. I'm looking at Bumper
Skittles loves
cruising to
taste
the top of the
19
room,
flat. Skittles
looking
loves to
at
taste the rainbow
Slippy's
done with
screen,
a 2
wondering
lap
if Bumper
110.4
stands a chance
result.
of getting in front. Bumper currently flying really fast as Slippy goes into that reactor. Now Bumper's going to finally meet him.
Skittles
There's
loves
the
to
pass
taste
at
the
the
rainbow
bottom of reactor number 1.
45.3.
A little bit of a midair
Funky
tap.
Bumper
They're going to have
20.8.
another
Funky Bumper
another
done with a 2
contact
lap
action. They're neck and
138.4
neck going
result.
into the bottom reactor gate. And look at that. Bumper gets out super quick. He's looking for that Joker gate. A little bit of a questionable entrance into the Joker gate because he went through that mountain. And I'm not sure what the rules say about that. We'll see if Dave brings it up. Now he's already at the back of the clock tower, but look, Slippy's there too. It's a battle to the last second. Both of them at the top of the clock tower, last gate together. They're going to race down to that start-finish. It's a photo finish. Who's going to get there first? Wait, Bumper missed the crash gate, lost his direction,
Oh, and went
and
on to lap
Slippy
number
Dave
3.
got in there. Slippy Dave crashes into second place behind FPV Skittles and keeps his career alive, moving to the semifinals here in the winners bracket of the advanced class double elimination bracket. We're going to send Bumper and Mr. E down to the consolation bracket. They're going to keep it alive and fight their
The race
way,
is completed.
trying to make it back to the semifinals later. Awesome Heat Skittles, easy ace. The excitement that round was that second place finish though. All right, so now they're going to get their channel changes. And yeah, Skittles so far with a pretty flawless run here in advanced class. Had a 45-second lap and a 51-second lap last round, so a little slower than what you might think for him. Lightning, JP, J Rice, and Maverick are going to bring it in now. We're going back down to the consolation bracket as these 4 fan favorite pilots try to keep it alive in the elimination round. All right, they're giving away prizes.
All right. So, with match number 9, we've got 3 more matches before we head into our finals.
Oh yeah. Let's have a shout out to all our sponsors, our silver level sponsors along the bottom of your screen. Emax, Tattu, Fractal Engineering, Mile High Audio Video, and Dr. Ride Industries.
Our gold level sponsors, we have HappyModel, GemFan, and ViFly.
And we've got the diamond level, I'm on that one, TinyWhoop, NewBeeDrone, and BetaFPV.
And our platinum level sponsor, we have WeBleedFPV and Orca, who both have things on the track. So we have our Orca goggles and we have our WeBleed Cave. Thank you so much, sponsors.
And as always, let's give another shout out to Perspective Image, providing this high production value live stream, letting us share some of this epic TinyWhoop talent with pilots and fans around the world. Thank you so much, Perspective Image. We're on a mission to get them up to 500 subscribers on YouTube. Where are we at? Somebody check us and let us know in the, look, there's another comment, Reading FPV. Let's get Perspective Image up to 500. Only 29 to go. I bet it's less than that at this point, and I bet there's 29 of you out there who can make my dream a reality.
Let's
Help
do it.
me out, bros and sisters around the world, fans of drone racing. You want to be subscribed to this channel anyway. I'm drone racing's biggest fan, so I just assume everybody else is too. But when you watch skill like this, you know, I want, if this is ever happening somewhere on the planet, I would like someone to make my phone buzz, and that's what you can do. Subscribing to the Perspective Image channel. What's up, Kelly, joining us in the chat. Haven't seen you much this event. You got to come by and chill out in the commentator's booth with me. I want some time alongside you today. Hear me loud and clear. Kelly, get over here. Miss you, bro. It's 2:45 p.m. in Denver, Colorado, and we're getting ready to send these guys up one more time. Look at that ultralight build in blue right there. I just love the way that looks. 4 off, it's J Rice, Maverick, Flightning, and JP. I'll be watching Flightning, who flew so nice in the last heat. He's racing J Rice to the top of the room. J Rice taking a dive, and Flightning running away through hyperdrive number 2 and now into the mountain. Maverick's got him right behind his Dragonfly, excuse me, JP, and J Rice fight to catch up. I was reading the OSD on the screen there. Flightning now in second place, so excuse me. Yes, Flightning in second place after a bobble. Maverick going through the bottom, and there's the pass. So Maverick moves behind Flightning after a pass through the bottom of reactor number 2. Flightning goes down, and Maverick takes it back. He's in the slalom on the back half of the mountain. And now going into the lock tower. Maverick, first place at this lap. Nope, he turns back to correct a mistake. Great job. Looks like he's got a spotter helping him out. So thanks for hanging with us while we get this figured out here. Chill out for just 1 second. We'll get back to racing in just a moment. We're going to get our cameras and DVR feeds sorted out for you.
Alright, so on deck we got Spinister, Freedom, FPV Skills, and Slitty. Hermia, Red Rum on F7, Taylor's Pool on F4, Bumper on E2, and Mystery on E6.
Sign. Make a sign in the chat if you can hear my voice.
I saw some gaming and some yelling, but I didn't hear you.
We're seeing video though. At least we have that. Oh my God, it just came in.
Looks like we are back, ladies and
Hell
gentlemen.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, first of all, if you're here and you waited here the whole time,
Oh
make
my
a
God.
comment because,
I feel like I need to give out some like
I know.
FYF shirts or something for this.
look, everybody's commenting right now. Welcome back. You're here just in time for finals, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Chase the Ace in the advanced class finals. We've got 4 pilots, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to watch Skittles, Freedom, Spinister, and Maverick take on themselves and
Right.
Chase the Ace. Skittles has Iron Man in effect going into finals, meaning normal Chase the Ace is each pilot has to win one and then a second one. When you have one ace, everybody will chase you. I think that's where the name came from. You win a second ace and the championship is yours. In the case of Skittles, because he has the Iron Man in effect going into finals, he only has to win one race, and that could be this next heat that we are just firing up right now.
And what is Iron Man for those that might not know what that means?
Well, yeah, Iron Man is going into finals. Well, hold on.
Oops.
Let's just watch this race for a minute. It means you have to win twice unless you're Skittles, is the bottom line.
Yep.
Skittles with a bouncy jump, just like we're used to seeing from him. He is not in first place right now. Looking at Spinister out front, getting chased down by, nope. Looks like, oh my gosh, hold on. What have we got going on here? Skittles, Spinister, and Freedom all side by side. An error by Freedom, an error by Spinister, an error by Skittles chilling on his lid. The only one flying for a minute there was Maverick. He's all the way at reactor number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Making his way to reactor number 2. Freedom now trying to catch up as well. Freedom right behind him. Everybody moving their way through the reactors. First one to get to the mountain. He's not even going to the mountain. Maverick hitting that Joker lap on lap number 1.
We're not even seeing Skittles right now. We're seeing Spinster twice.
Oh yeah, looks like we don't have Skittles on the screen. All right, well we almost got it worked out. Almost figured it out. All right, so Skittles is in first place, just crossed over. He's on his final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And we do not have video for him right now.
59.2 final lap.
Second person to cross over, Freedom. No, excuse me. Maverick was in second place, Freedom in third, Spinister in fourth place. So Maverick on the lower right of your screen, crossing over onto his final lap, was in second place. We don't have eyes on Skittles right now, ladies and gentlemen. I speculate he is indeed out front, but cannot see.
Got Freedom hitting the
Skittles loves to
Joker
taste the
lap,
rainbow
coming around into the
43.3.
mouth.
Skittles makes it official, takes the first ace. We couldn't see it on the feed, but he just did it, made it into the crash gate, and that'll mean Skittles is your advanced class champion at Whoop Wars 2022.
Tiki Wiki done with a 2-lap 146.1
Oh, and Maverick
result.
came in for the
Freedom
second.
is
There was a
free
little
to
bobble
folks
out
like
of
you,
Freedom.
48.2.
Freedom's coming
Freedom isn't
in
free to
for
folks
the
like you
third.
and me done
Are you
with
sure
a
about that?
2-lap 147.5
Are you
result.
sure about that?
Oh,
You
no.
spinister me right round baby 53.4.
Freedom's like
You
missing
spinister
a
me
pop.
right round baby done with a 2-lap 2.0.8 result.
Oh, my God.
All pilots are finished.
Did Dave put him in?
All right, well, we ended up with Skittles' view on the lower left. You can now read Skittle
race is
Badger, but we
completed.
missed the flight footage.
Yes, the skill bagger.
Fortunately, we figured out everything that happened. We wanted to share that moment with you, and these guys tried so hard to do it. Thanks for watching most of it with us. We did miss just one feed. And we're going to get official results in just a moment. I can see Maverick Squad getting carried around by DeBits there.
All right, Sco FPV says Skittles was just too fast for the video to catch up. Warp speed, y'all.
Evidently.
You know, it's what happens. But it looks like we are confirming things right now. Pilots are unplugging.
Greenhorn saying it's a glitch in the Matrix. Yep, we're going to get official results here, guys.
All right.
So stand by.
Now I was going to say, I mean,
You're wondering what happened while you were gone. Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was going to say, and somehow amazingly, with all of our technical difficulties and everything, we're only about half an hour behind.
Oh no, we're doing great. The pilot, you know, they took plenty of breaks to try to make it so we could get the stream back in time for finals. But anyway, yeah, I mean, in the semifinals, Slippy Dave, Jay Rice, Spinster, and Maverick fought up to the consolation bracket semifinals. And that's where Slippy Dave and Jay Rice got taken down by Spinster and Maverick. I didn't get to watch the race live, but I got the notes, guys. And that's where Spinster and Maverick worked their way into the finals. Skittles did have Iron Man in effect and just took the ace and is the champion of advanced class. And we're just waiting for confirmation on the final results now. So
We've got a comment in the chat from Edoc laughing about Skittles' OSD name. So for those of you that don't know, Skittles generally flies in the pro or elite class. And we was just having a lot of issues yesterday with this drone and wound up down in the advanced class and called himself Skittles Bagger. We like to joke around and call people Sandbag Dan around here.
I thought that said Badger. I read Badger earlier.
Nope, Bagger, because he was like, I know that they're going to be talking about me, how I sandbagged.
There he is on the screen, lower right of your screen. Let's take a minute to thank our sponsors. Here for Whoop Wars Battlegrounds Denver 2022 at Full Send FPV in Denver, Colorado. The platinum sponsors, WeBleedFPV and Orca. On the diamond level sponsorship, BetaFPV, NewBeeDrone, and TinyWhoop. Then we've got the gold sponsors, HappyModel, GemFan, and ViFly. And of course, our silver level sponsors, whole bunch of them, Emax USA, Tattu, Fractal Engineering, Mile High Audio Video, and Dr. Wright Industries, Vinyl Graphics and Design. Of course, another huge shout out to Perspective Image, behind the scenes working so hard to bring this beautiful Excelente drone racing to the entire international FPV community. I see Dave behind the logos. Grab another battery.
Unfortunately, I decided to pick up Freedom.
Okay.
Interfered with him potentially getting into the crash gate to take third. I did call AK to confirm.
Okay.
You will
So what
still
happened
keep your
was
Iron
Dave
Man.
accidentally interfered with the race. I guess he picked up a quad when he maybe shouldn't have.
Technically, that
Interfered with the
after
ability
talking with
to
him,
get into
that's,
the crash gate,
You know,
and
him
we are
running
going
as
to
many events as he
rerun
has.
race 1 of the
I lean
finals,
on that
ladies and
advice.
gentlemen. Iron Man still in effect
Had
for
I
Skittles
not
FPV, and there is
Had I
a
had
new
not
life
interfered,
for the other 3 pilots, Freedom, Spinister, and Maverick.
the other
Have a
actually the
have
other
new
option I
life.
could look at is just rerunning Spinister and Freedom.
Long after I
Let's just do that.
Yeah, this is
So
for third
Skittles,
place.
All right, they
you're
just
gonna
changed
keep
their mind.
your first.
They're now going
Maverick,
to rerun everybody
you're
except
keeping your
Skittles.
second.
Oh, no, they're going to rerun
I need
just third and fourth, Spinister
and Freedom.
Because Maverick's got second, Skittles has got first.
And we need to discover who
No, this
officially
is-
gets
this
third or
is
fourth.
most
Because
fair,
this is the
because
finals, third place is a podium seat.
And
So,
there's cash.
right? We got cash, we've got prizes. We need to make sure that we have this correct.
Because he had broken a motor wire. The motor wire broke as he was coming out of the truck. So, but because
All right, so it looks like pilots are getting their batteries, getting set up to do this rerun between third and fourth place.
Yeah, this is just a heads-up race, battle for third, because there was a little interference. So we're going to rerun third place and fourth place. This will not be Chase the Ace. This is just a race-off for third podium spot in the advanced class underneath Maverick and Skittles FPV.
He wants me to run the whole thing.
Oh, wait, it seems like there is
There may be
some,
more discussion going
right?
on.
Some more discussion happening up at the start table. So let us pause on what we just said.
These guys always do the right thing. I'm not concerned about it.
And technically, I was in front of the gate before you. You know, I was in your way as well, getting into the crash. I know, but I was there.
Sounds pretty
So
interesting.
we're going to let Spinister and Freedom rerun that.
All right.
All right, so it's sounding like it is just going to be a heads up between Spinster and
I know racing is
Freedom.
tough, and sometimes we run into these little maneuvers just like we did with the stream.
But luckily, the guys here at Full Send are an honest group of guys who are working hard to make sure that everybody is being able to be treated fairly and getting their opportunity for their place correct during this race.
Yeah, they work hard to make sure that the right person wins. I'm just looking back at the chat to see who originally had third.
Currently up. Race number 14. Race
Or
order
who did they
is
think have third?
E2 freedom isn't free to folks like you and me. F4 you Spinister
like
me
we
right
don't
round
know.
baby.
There was never any even unofficial results. So we're just going to bring Freedom and Spinister in, pop in a battery, and let them race the course. And we'll see what happens.
Redding FPV says that he originally had Freedom.
All right,
in
we're going to
third.
be looking for Freedom and Spinister. Appreciate you guys' patience and understanding on this.
I think they'll be close. I think this should be a good race. If you're just joining us, we have our winner of the advanced class at Skittles FPV. Second place, your reserve champion, Maverick FPV in the advanced class. We're just doing a quick re-race for Freedom versus Spinister to see who got third and who got fourth. After a little accidental interference, the judges have determined to do a partial rerun for the third and fourth place pilots. And I'm guessing they're getting ready.
You guys need an explanation on what happened with that?
Nope, we're good.
Alrighty, so it looks like we are getting ready. Got this awesome techno music going on in the back that just makes it so hard for me not to just start kind of bopping around.
Sometimes it's so good. I see Dave right there in the middle of your other screen, guys. Right over there in the middle of your screen. Dave's that guy in the middle telling me the pilots are plugged in.
All right, and while we're here, can we get everybody to like the stream? We've only got better racing coming.
Here we go. The race-off for third place advanced is the battle for the podium in the advanced class. It's a clean start. Freedom now getting way out ahead after Spinster's mistake. He's going to chill on the ground, trying to get out of the pilot pits area and going back through that world record tunnel. Wall ride disaster. He's right next to me on the ground now as Freedom goes through. Look, he's flying right behind me. That would have been a great face punch opportunity. I think he missed a couple of gates on that tunnel, unfortunately. Freedom going through the bottom of the mountain already, now curling his way to that slalom at the top of the mountain. curling around through the mouth of the beast, and he'll be the first one to get to the clock tower. A lot of room for Spinister to make up at this point, but nothing's impossible. I just hope Freedom's got someone in his ear telling
Freedom
him
isn't
that
free
this
to folks
is
like you
a
and me.
chill race for
51.1
you.
final lap.
Cruise the course, take no chances.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I wonder if he'll go for a joker lap. Watching the upper left screen, you can tell this guy could use a lens wipe. Freedom. Now in reactor number 2 as Spinster crosses over on the lap number 2.
Final lap.
Oh, and he changes his mind. There you go. Last second decision to go through the joker lap. I would have done the same thing. Cut out of the bottom of the mountain. He's already at the end of lap number 2. With Spinster having more troubles over in the pilot pits. One gate, one tank, one turn, and one crash gate makes it official. Your third pilot on the podium and second reserve champion is Freedom FPV, and I've got a face punch attempt going on. Come at me, bro.
We're on the super dodge right now.
Not sure if you guys could even tell what was going on there. Oh, it was Freedom. Freedom came out of the gate to go for a face punch. Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that makes it official. We've got your podium for the advanced class tournament here at Whoop Wars 2022. Skittles in first place, Maverick in second place, Freedom in third place, and Spinster barely missing that podium in fourth place.
The race is completed.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, your advanced class champions, and I'm guessing we're going to get a little photo op in a minute here. He's calling all the top 4 pilots over there. Doing a photo in front of the mountain.
All right, everybody, we are up to 97 likes. Can we get a few more to push us over that 100 like mark?
Oh, we're going way past 100. We're going to get to 200, right, everybody?
Come on now.
I mean, when we go into pro class finals here in a few minutes, I'm going to start sharing the H out of this stream.
Right.
And build it up. Like, we lost a few viewers during that downtime, which can be expected.
Right.
But I'm gonna get everybody back in here.
Right. I am glad to see that there are currently 63 people still hanging out with us, though. So that makes me very happy.
No kidding. Oh, well, mine just need to be updated. It showed me 10 people.
Oh.
What's up, all those people I didn't know were out there? Thanks for hanging out. We just finished. You saw the end of Advanced. We had a little race off for the end of the podium. There they are right there. Let's see. Maverick right there in that orange hat. There's Skittles beside him wearing the NewBeeDrone jersey. Running around. He's going to get something.
He forgot his drone. Everybody else is holding their drone.
He's going to come back for Pinguino.
Right? Where's Pinguino?
I don't know. He's running over here.
Grab Pinguino.
Just take this one.
Right here.
He lost his aircraft, guys.
Where's Pinguino?
That's because he's a professional pilot, y'all. Look at the other podium pilots right over there. Just waiting for him. And now you see him there in the back right of your screen. Oh, here he comes running around. All right.
Had to make sure he had
Advanced champion Skittles FPV poses for a photo with his fellow finalists, rather. I mean, can we just change podiums to have 4?
Oh my God, we should.
Let's just change all what podiums now have 4 pilots, ladies and gentlemen.
I would have appreciated that at Whooptopia.
Do I get the ability to make that decision?
I mean,
I bet I can get support from the community as well. If there's 4 channels, let's make the podium determined to the semifinals.
Right.
And let's get everybody racing for spots on the podium in the finals.
You know, it's like when we were in school and, you did nationals or things and you had 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and you had all of them sitting up there. Why can't we have 4?
Yeah, we'll just go all the way down to 64. We'll do a gigantic podium. Huge one.
There we go.
Well, you guys, we are in between rounds here. There's going to be a short break while we get ready for the pro class, which I'm just going to tell you, don't leave. This is going to be my favorite one of the day. Don't get me wrong, Elite will be unbelievable, and that's where we'll crown the ultimate champion of Whoop Wars 2022 at Full Send FPV. However, the tightest pilots of our entire spread, when we did qualifying round, the tightest group of pilots are all chilling in the pro zone. It's not a whole lot tighter than Elite, but it is. And the pilots in the Pro class that we're just getting ready to start will also be more likely to crash. They're sloppier,
Yep. They're going
but
to
they're
be pushing
faster.
harder.
They're faster and sloppier than what you just